feet. Touchdown, Ravens!
What a play by the Ravens. It's going to result in a touchdown.
Play action. Pass is caught. That's going to be a first down for the Ravens.
40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Ravens! And the crowd goes wild.
What's going on, guys? This is the Play Action Podcast with the Anderson University coaching staff. I'm your host, quarterback coach Gary Stapleton.
I'm your wide receivers coach, Lamont Johnson.
I'm the head football coach, Jonathan Coddington. We're excited to have you join us today. Just to give you a little background on why we're doing this podcast. We really want to be able to, give you guys an insight into our program, an inside look. Let you get to know, our coaches a little bit more. We've got a great coaching staff here. Let you get to know our team, just how we do things here, and whether you're an alumni, whether you're a family member, a friend, whether you're a recruit that maybe wants to be a part of the program. We just want to give you a look in depth as to who we are as a program and how we do things here. Mm-hmm. So, in our program, we're all about relationships. I got two guys with me here that are great dudes that I've known for a little while. Yep. The rest of our coaching staff that you guys will meet kind of throughout some different episodes as well too. Man, it's a great group. A lot of guys on our staff, like myself, are alums of Anderson University, played football here. These guys with me, they both, kind of came with me from, our previous school, and kind of want to share with you a little bit about how we met. So, kick it over, Garrett. Just kind of tell us a story about how you and I met.
Yep. So I came into our previous school in 2017, and I was actually recruited by the offensive coordinator at the time. And I came in thinking that he was my quarterback coach. And I showed up the first day, and this dude, comes and approaches me, and I was like, who are you?
And it was excitement, it was disappointment.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of things, but we formed a great relationship pretty much ever since then, and 7 years now. So yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah, 7 years later, here we are. So it's come completely full circle.
And how did you get here today down here at Anderson?
So before this, I coached high school football. Had a full-time job doing sales, and I was sitting there. I was playing PlayStation one night, actually. It was like 11 o'clock, and Coach Coddington called me at 11 o'clock at night and offered me the job right on the spot. So it was been a crazy last 365 days.
And I was in the middle of moving boxes out of one house into another down here at Anderson at 11 o'clock at night.
Yep.
And as I'm taking a box out of the trunk of my van, I'm like, dang, I got to call Garrett. I called him, and here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
So how'd you guys meet?
Well, my high school quarterback played for Coach Coddington. That's kind of where things kind of stemmed from for us to kind of get and connect with each other. And then I was a JUCO guy. I took the JUCO route out of college. So whenever I come home for the summer, I would go train with my high school quarterback. He'll take me to lifting sessions, throwing sessions at Concordia. And from there, as I'm getting a tour around campus and everything, I'm like, I'm kind of liking this place. So I reapply. Because fun fact, I applied out of high school, got denied because I had a poor GPA. But I went through. I was thinking about applying again. I told my boy to kind of talk to his coaches about me and everything. He said he talked to him, but I never got a word back, like a word from the coaches. So I kind of asked him again, and he was like, yeah, bro, just go ahead, apply and do those type of things, go through the process. And I started to, but I never got a call back. And that's kind of what I was waiting on, was a call back to, I don't know, kind of feel cool, I guess. But at the same time, that's when I kind of just took the coaching. I got into coaching after I got done playing. And I GA'd at St. Ambrose University when I first started coaching for 3 years. And then as soon as I graduated, I took a part-time role somewhere, and I got a call. Hey, man, you want to go back to school? And I'm like, not really. And me and Coach Codd, we talked over the summer of COVID, and he tried to work it out. That's what he said. He tried to work it out for me, but it was a GA
Try helping
position.
you out.
Yeah, it was a GA position, but I saw that as a great opportunity just to kind of learn from some younger coaches at the time. The head coach there was in his early 30s, so it was pretty exciting. And then Coach Coddington, he just became offensive coordinator. So young head coach, young offensive coordinator, great opportunity to learn from a young coach, and that's kind of how things got rocking and rolling.
Yep.
And then from there, we had a lot of success. Won a conference championship with you guys over there, and went back and did it again, and made a ton of memories, a lot more memories. And then I had to leave, and that was no fun.
Yeah.
That was not fun at all. I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
But great things don't last forever. So, but I went to Campbellsville, and had some fun down there. Learned some things. Took a lot of what I learned in Ann Arbor and kind of applied it to my time at Campbellsville. So.
Then about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, a year and a half ago, after the season at Campbellsville, I'm in the office prepping, and I get a call. It was at night in the dark too.
He just likes calling people at night, I
Yeah,
guess.
it
That's
was
his time.
It was, I think mine was maybe around 9 o'clock or so. But I get a call, hey man, I'm about to get ready to go out to Anderson for the interview. Congratulations, dude. I didn't even know you was applying. But he gave me a call, said, hey man, if I get it, you down to go? And I said, heck yeah. So he was like, all right, sweet. So, everything panned out. He said, if I get it, I'll give you a call. And he got it, gave me the call, and I kind of had to get things in motion. So I'm glad to be back out here with my guy. Glad to be back here and be a part of, his first head coaching role, and just continue to add to the memories that we had and created. And create some new ones.
Most definitely. Well, yeah, definitely thankful both of you guys are here, at Anderson, and we get to do it together. Obviously, we've made a lot of great memories at Concordia as well too. A lot of great relationships, formed there. How, kind of tell a story. How'd you guys, kind of start interacting?
Yeah, I think we've been waiting on this story, man, for a long time. So Lamont was a receivers coach. I played quarterback at Concordia, and we were going through ball security stations. And I had not met him up to this point. This was like our real first interaction. And we were going and doing it was a drill where I had to hold the ball like this, and there was a string attached to the ball. And as I'm like walking around the cones or running around the cones, he's pulling on the ball. And each cone I'd go around, he's, come on, fat boy, come on, fat boy, come on, fat boy. And I despised you for like a good solid week after that. But everything,
I think it was more so just because you were trying to lose weight.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it was just it was a sensitive time for me. Yeah, you just hit all the right buttons at the time. So, but yeah, a beautiful brotherhood, friendship has been born from then. So
I was just trying to edge you, bro.
Yeah, hey, you did a great job. But
Now, let me ask, what was the reaction after that?
so I grabbed the football and I punted it. Best punt of my career. It was probably like 60-yard punt. And
because I made him fumble. So he had to pick the ball up off the ground.
Unacceptable.
Yep, and
That's not the
so
standard.
after we got done, I punted the ball, and if we did something wrong, we had to go touch a sign. It had a TNT on it. Takes no talent. So anytime like a penalty or any type of thing, you'd have to go touch the sign. And so I'm starting to run to go touch the sign because I already knew I had to. He goes, and you can go run and go touch it again and grab that ball too while you at it. So that was our first interaction. So, yep, great first impressions from all of us. So,
All interesting first interactions. Sometimes they say first impressions are everything. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you gotta get to know people a little bit better.
sure.
And as we've got to know each other, through this, it's been a great time. We're excited as we, get to share a little bit of these dynamics or relationships with you guys, as well as bring some other people on to share that as well too.
So we kind of just talked about how we all met. So what are the origins of the podcast? How do we get this thing started?
Yeah, so as we kind of talked about, starting one of these, part of it was, a little bit of fun for us. We enjoyed just kind of, talking with each other, sharing with, you guys, what our program is like, what the culture is like, but also the football aspect because, we love football. We love talking football. We love people in our program that love football.
Yep.
We need those type of guys in the program. And so we want to talk a little bit of football on here as well, too. And so that kind of got into, or what do we call this thing? We landed on the Play Action podcast. Honestly, I love play action.
No.
So, we had a lot of play action built into our offense, and that's just kind of the style of our game. And last year, I think we averaged 14, 15 yards per play on play action. So it's a great kind of system for us, and we're excited to grow that into year 2 of our offense as well too. But that kind of even the origins of the offense and how we kind of call our plays and just kind of sequence everything. Really goes back to back when I was a kid watching the Broncos, in the 90s,
Yep.
and with John Elway, Terrell Davis, the Mike Shanahan offense, a lot of outside zone, a lot of play action, and obviously that system is just all over the NFL now. Love watching Kyle Shanahan and the Niners. We'd study the Dolphins and Mike McDaniel, the Rams and Sean McVay. All those offenses are so much fun to watch. They all do it different ways, and we've got our own flavor, kind of on that system, as well too. But as we kind of, there's a million ways to kind of do offense. There's a million
Yep.
ways to call plays, and I know both of you guys have played in different types of offenses.
Yep.
You've coached in different offenses. You guys have called plays in different offenses as well too. We've got kind of our way of doing it. I'd love to hear what's kind of your guys' experiences in offense, how plays were called, how you guys go about the play calling process when you yourself are the play caller.
Yeah, I coached high school football right when I got out of Concordia, and I had the opportunity to call in plays my first 2 years, and definitely a transition from going to playing to coaching, and I figured that out really quickly. But it was more or less about what the defense was giving you versus like what we had, and especially at the high school level, there's not very many coverages, right? So kind of game planning around what specific coverages that they had and what kind of box that they ran, and just kind of going from there. But obviously your guys' play calling experience is a lot different than mine, but I've done the risk call, I've done the signals. I could still give our signals from 2017 to 2020 to this day.
All right, let me give you a play.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go, Rio, Orbit, TCU.
Yep, right there.
Right.
Yep,
Give
he
me,
still got it. Still got it.
Give me Quad, Pacer.
Quad Pacer. No,
As Indiana.
right here. Yep, there we go.
So that was actually kind of a little bit of an off story.
Yeah.
That's actually how you got to travel.
Yep.
Your first time you got to travel
Yep.
to away games in college was you got to be the signaler, and there's a lot of
Yeah.
different ways to get on the bus. That was one of them.
Yeah,
And,
I'll tell the story on the first game I signaled. So it's about Seth. So we played Marion my freshman year, and it was Peter and Roger that were signaling. And Seth got hurt on a 4th down carry, and I believe he hurt his AC joint.
and his head, he hurt everything.
Yeah,
And,
literally his whole body.
I don't know if we can find that play and show it.
Yeah, if we can, we'll throw it in
4th
there.
and like 7, and he
Heroic
dropped back,
play.
Nothing was
Yeah.
open. Scrambled, dove, got flipped over, landed on his head, got the first down, and this
Yes.
is with 2 minutes left. We're down by 3. It's the game-winning drive.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, hey, he told the story a lot better. But yeah, so he got hurt, he got taken out of the game, and Roger ended up having to go in. And so, they threw me in a signaler, and I was just a freshman, and I was so scared. There was one play where I did forget a motion. I can't remember if it was that game or the next game.
the next game.
And I got Roger killed. And Roger comes off to the sideline, and they're asking him, like, did you have the motion? Did you have the motion? I'm like, yeah, dude, I definitely signaled it. It was definitely in there for sure. Sorry about that.
We need a public apology.
Yeah, sorry, Roger, for that one. But yeah, that was, like you said, that was a really good way to get on the bus. I spent hours in your office on top of film study, just like practicing signals. So I could do those in my grave, pretty much in my sleep. So
So for those that aren't maybe in the behind the scenes of of football, may not know as much. Like even more than just all right, what play do I call on game day? There's so many systems that go into
Right.
how you even get the play relayed in.
Right.
Is it signals versus we've used wristbands before and signals, or now in in the NFL, but now in Division I, you've got the coach to player headset communication where you could just kind of be in a guy's ear and tell him to play,
Yep.
or the old school little league where hey I'm gonna send you in and say hey here's
Yep.
the play, go get Johnny out there and
Yep.
bring him out, or the quarterback runs a 40-yard sprint to the sideline. So many ways to do
Yep.
that, and so it's that's just as important how you actually call the play.
Yep.
Even more than what play do you want to call. So
exactly.
I think for us, that's one part I love about how we get plays out, how we come up with names, just how we structure all of that.
Yeah.
How plays are named at the NFL teams. We got different tempos. We use different things for different things. We use colors, all those type of things, and it's all different, but it all makes sense.
Yep.
So.
And that's where some of the creativity comes in. Not even necessarily in, all right, this is a play that we've got in our system, but and what are we going to call this play, and how do we make it something memorable for our guys to be able to remember it?
Yep. whether it's a play name or even route concepts.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, coming up with wacky names with route concepts.
I think that's some of our best meeting times too,
Yeah.
is just coming up with those play names when we were driving down to Columbus making up a jet series last year. So
Yeah, like-
you can come up with any name anywhere. Anything can be a play call.
And,
So
I like it too because like for people on the outside or don't understand, they're looking like what? Like Mad Dog was in the room with me and I was doing some plays, and she asked me what foul was.
yeah.
And I'm like, that's a name, but that's telling two guys what to do.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a fade and an out, and we combined it. So.
Yep. Cody, one of our freshman quarterbacks, asking, or his dad watching him study, the playbook here over the summer, and he goes, "What are you looking at?" And it's because it's a bunch of cartoon characters,
Yeah.
Toy Story characters. And he's like, why are he's like, well, I'm just studying the playbook, and then he asks, why is that? Well, I've got 3 toddlers at home, and we watch a lot of Toy Story, so it's like
a lot of Toy Story.
A lot of plays that are named after Toy Story.
Yep.
So Lamont, you played in a couple of different offenses between, a couple colleges. Your high school offense. You coached in a few different offenses, called plays in a couple of different offenses as well. To kind of tell us just a little bit of your experience and how some of those were. I mean, if you want to pick out maybe a couple of your favorite ones.
Yeah, I could probably start with my high school. Completely just closing my eyes, thinking about like one of my favorite offenses or the different offenses. I think of my high school offense. It's kind of similar to here. Where it's like a Sunday system, where you turn it on TV, you see what you're doing. And even at the collegiate level, we're even taking plays from those guys at the time. But I like it just because, it's at a point to where you can kind of put guys anywhere you want them. And I feel like that's kind of the name of the game, being able to get your guy the ball at any moment, especially when the play needs to be made or when he needs it. So high school was fun, and then when I went off to college, my playbook got real small, real simple. Blue, green, red, yellow, blue pass, drop back pass, red run, green screen, yellow draw, and it was numbers, 12, 22, and 32, 23, slant outs. You know what I mean? So for me, that was different, but what I like about it was just let's go play. I kind of don't remember the motions or anything. We weren't really doing much motioning at the time, back when I was at JUCO. But I just noticed how my playbook kind of went from being real complex, real big, to just real simple. And then even going off to when I transferred to Waldorf after JUCO, that got a little bit deeper. That was still kind of a number system. 30s were 3 steps, 50s were 5 steps, 7s, 7 and 8s were rollouts and boots. So, I kind of kept up with it. But for me, it was just, all right, how do I stay on top of it? What are the takeaways that I need to help it make sense in my head? And part of that was just when I was here, this was that. When I was there, that was this. And then as I got on and became a coach, I started to realize that it's all the same.
It really is.
It's all the same.
It's no different than a different language, and that's all it is. It's like everyone runs similar concepts. Like you talked about, it was 32 was the slant flat, right?
Yep.
We just call that slash.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
At Concordia, what was that? We called it silver for a while, then we changed it to scarlet.
Scarlet.
And,
Yep. It was. Yep.
I mean, they're just, it's all the same stuff. We just got a different name for it. And so as you go from offense to offense, sometimes you just got to learn that different name.
The terminologies.
To create that association.
Yep. Yep.
So give me an example. You said, okay, back in high school, it was, you guys did a little bit more stuff than, at JUCO it was a little bit simpler. Give me an example play call.
From JUCO?
Yeah.
Well, it would be blue, 23, 32, and that's how I would just come in. It's just that simple. I know.
Yeah.
I know when I was at Waldorf, I can't remember how we did the formations, but my play was 55. It'd be trips right 55.
Double nickel.
Nope. That's the dig. That's the dig by the outside guy. Everybody clearing out. I'm coming underneath right from the outside on the dig. They'll put the 55 swing. They'll put the swing behind the dig. Get that defender down. Open up that window. Running right through. Yep. So, but me actually getting the play calling experience and getting to do all that was a lot too for me at the time. I actually got to do that my first time working with you. You know, I was told as a GA the first time that was something that I was going to have the privilege to do. But being able to do it the second time, it was when I GA'd the second time, it was like, all right, let's try it out. So ironically, we were coming back from our game of playing St. Ambrose, and we got back real late, like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I was not prepared to call plays the next day. So I think that's part of the reason why I was running around like a chicken with his head cut off, just so stressed out, so anxious. I was really just pissed that we had to get up and play the next day. We got back at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and we had to get up by like 9 or 8 or 9. It was early, too early for when we got back.
Play that JV game.
To play the JV game, yeah. But I got up to the school, and me and my run game coordinator, shout out Toyota T, Coach Taryn.
Yep.
He was the run game coordinator. I was pass game coordinator. Coach Cobb would kind of facilitate from team to team. We split the team up into twos. He'll kind of facilitate. He didn't really, all right, you got to run these. We got to pick our own playbook and put together our own playbook and stuff. And I was really nervous, but I ended up winning the first game, and kind of just fast forward, you know, I went undefeated as a play caller at Concordia as a GA, you know, and for me, it was sweet just because of the guys who came before me, you know, the legacy of guys who were part of that coaching tree. You know, from Concordia, we have a guy coaching Power 5.
A couple guys
coaching Power 5. Then we've been GAs at the Power 5 level. Some guys are head coaches now, doing an awesome job. And just to hear that I had some success that none of those guys ever really had, that kind of boosted my confidence. And when I first started coaching, my goal was just to be a Division I position coach, you know, because I love my position, and I wanted to coach at the highest level. I would like to try it, but that's not not the end goal. You know, I love what I do, but being able to call plays and be able to put guys in position and work with the entire unit, that was different, and I got a big thrill out of that, and it was challenging also. It was challenging because it's something new, but at the same time, like, I got to earn the trust of guys in different positions outside of my one position, and that was the part that I really enjoyed the most, just proving to other guys that you know, I could do more than just teach guys how to get open and score touchdowns. You know, I could put guys in position to score touchdowns, and that's kind of you know, the next goal for me is to become an OC, and like I said, I didn't want to do it, so I just continue to tell myself, and I love just how my mind shifted and how I started to see the whole picture.
Yeah, I think when you first become a play caller, there's the excitement of like, I'm in control here. You think you are, you're really not, because the player's got to go out and make those plays, but you realize how much you don't know. Because you're first in your own world, your position, whether it's receivers, whether it's the quarterback, you know, whatever it is. But then you get expanded to the whole offense, and all of a sudden, you can't just call those pass routes. You can't just call 32-23. You got to know the protection. You got to know what protection goes with what route. You got to know where to set the back. You got to know what formation has got to go with certain route concepts. And it's all of a sudden you get open to this entire world. And like, no matter who it is, like, you're never good at it. And like, either way, it's a learning process. And even like, as you go every year, I think you look back and be like, man, I was a moron last year. I don't know why I did that or why I called that. But you learn and you grow, and it's probably good when you kind of feel that, because that means you're growing and it means you're developing and getting better at those type of things, which is always an exciting thing.
Yeah,
so
that's what it's about. The development. All right, so this next segment that we're going to get into is a rapid fire question segment. And this is just a segment where we kind of get our guys involved. You guys out there watching, you guys could get involved too. So we're going to put some questions in the helmet during the rapid fire session, put some questions in the helmet, pull it out. And if there's certain questions that you want asked or want to know things about us or any topic, all right, you can comment down below and we could put it in the hat and we see if we draw it. So first, I asked Coach Kai, if there was a zombie apocalypse, who would be the last coach standing?
Zombie apocalypse, the last coach
Who do you
standing.
think would be the last coach standing?
I feel like Coach Delph is probably a good choice for last coach standing in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
I think the zombies might end up being afraid of Coach Delph. So
1000%.
I'm gonna go with him on that one.
Yeah, he looked like a stone cold killer. I'm gonna go with Coach State, what's your favorite activity outside of football?
Ooh, I've picked up golf recently, the last couple of years, so I'd probably go with golf.
Heard you had a good weekend.
I did not have a good weekend. Almost snapped a club over my leg. I was not a great time.
All right. All right. Here's mine. Let's see. All right, I'm going to ask this to Coach Monty.
Okay.
Who is one player and one coach on our team that you would want to be stuck on an island with?
One player, one coach. Player.
They're going to help you survive on this island too. Be resourceful.
I probably would say my hugging buddy, man. My boy Max Castle. Max Castle.
Yes.
We gonna be stuck on the island and we gonna make it out. We gonna rely on each other. And then the coach, the one coach I wanna have, I'll go with Coach Montgomery.
Okay.
He's a handy dandy guy, you know? So he's a guy who we could put our brains together. He likes to problem solve. He likes to figure things out and take ideas and make them better. So I'm a guy with ideas. We got guys who could put things together. So I think that'd be my stuck on the island crew.
There we go. Love it. All right, Coach State. What is your most embarrassing football memory?
Oh my goodness. Okay. I've never told this story. Dude, I got hit my first ever time playing tackle football. Right, I was stubby little lineman. I'd never carried the football, nothing like that. And I got my first carry our last game, and I got hit so hard I almost crapped myself. Like legitimately, like I farted so hard.
Like the longest yard.
Yeah, no, straight up.
Yeah,
I
the
think he
longest
crapped
streak.
himself. Yeah, no, that was me. One of the kids was like, "Oh my God, who farted? It stinks." I was so embarrassed, dude. That was a true, like that. Swear to God, is a true story.
That is tough.
That is really
Little-
tough.
Little kid.
Or when one of the running backs missed their block and I died in our JV game.
That was not as embarrassing, but
Yeah.
just that was a bummer.
That hurt.
We don't have to include that part in there. Okay, did we already ask this one?
No.
Okay, I got a question for Coach Monty. What's your favorite fast food spot?
Ooh wee. Man, I eat a lot of fast food, unfortunately. I probably will have to say Five Guys, man. Looking like a good burger, dog. You know, and it's like you go to Five Guys, you know you're gonna spend some money, but that's a quality burger.
Right.
And then you could dress it up how you want it. And they got desserts, appetizer or dessert, depending on when you want to eat your peanuts. You get the appetizer
Peanuts
or you
is a
get dessert. Yeah, to each his own.
I guess.
But it
It's
sounds like
more
pineapples on
more like a
pizza.
snack, but that's okay.
Like those people who like pineapples on pizza.
I don't know who.
I got a good one for Coach Coddington right here.
All right.
Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
10 minutes. I'd be a much better football coach. Exactly what I'm doing.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
That's real.
I like the answer.
What am I going to do with 150 years in the future?
I mean,
I ain't gonna help
yeah,
nobody.
it's just gonna be a
But
black.
I
It's just gonna be a
promise
black
you,
screen.
You're gonna
Yeah.
score a lot of freaking points if I know what's about to happen in 10 minutes.
Heck yeah.
Well, if you got some questions that you want to throw into the helmet, ask our guests on the next next podcast episode. Make sure you throw those in the comment, get added into the helmet, and we go from there. But we appreciate y'all joining us today. Thanks to you guys for being here, hosting this thing, getting this thing off the ground. We're excited to see
Yes, sir.
where it goes. Next episode, we kind of wanted to dive into a little bit of the world of recruiting. Kind of talk a little bit, maybe for some of the young guys out there that are wanting to go through the recruiting process, and kind of just give you a little bit of insight to how we recruit, what the recruiting process is like, in general. We're going to have a coach from another staff actually join us for this next episode as well too, kind of giving us maybe a different perspective, as well, and continue to just have some fun on the show. But,
Yes, sir.
Which one we working with? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on all social media platforms.
Do what Coach Monty said.
Yeah.